Welcome to once again. Here we are dealing objective-oriented programming with Java. The topic we will discuss the synchronizing threads and inter-threads communication. My name is Tarun Kumar Gautam, Assistant Professor CSCDS. In this lecture, we will deal synchronizing the threads and their parts. The synchronizing threads. What is the meaning of synchronizing? Multi-threads programming may often come to the situations when the multiple threads access to the same resources and finally produce the enumerated result, error result. When the many processes want to access the same resources, so then a finally produce the result will be erroneous. In order to overcome this problem, we had a thread synchronization. What is the meaning of thread synchronization? Actually, what's the basic meaning of synchronization is coordination between the multiple processes and threads. There are threads T1, T2, T3, and all they want to access the resource are. So maybe get some problem because there is no coordination between them. That's we need the synchronization threads. Why we use Java synchronization? Java synchronization is used to make sure the some synchronization method that's only thread number 1 that can access the resource 1. Thread number 2 will be wait until the threads 1 will be completed, or it will do separately others. So that's the meaning of Java synchronization. The Java synchronization is used to make sure by some synchronization method that one threads can access the resources at a given point in a time. ओके एक थ्रेड्स एक ही बारी में रिसोर्स को एक्सेस करेगा. अगर हमारे पास थ्रेड्स 3 है और एक रिसोर्स को चाहते हैं तो देयर सम क्रिएट सम प्रॉब्लम बिकॉज देयर इज नो कोऑर्डिनेशन बिटवीन देम हु विल बी कम फर्स्ट. Java synchronizing block. What is the meaning of Java synchronizing block? Java provides a way to creating the threads and synchronizing them takes using synchronizing block. इनके बीच में जो कोऑर्डिनेशन है वो एक synchronizing block के द्वारा किया जाएगा. तो kind of creating the threads create करना and synchronizing between them, it will be used by synchronizing block. First part. In second part, synchronized block in Java synchronize on the same object. ये same object पे काम करते हैं. They are work on the same object. In third part, all synchronized block synchronize the same object and one have the threads execute inside them at the time. Inside the block, one thread will be execute at the same time, not other. In second part, the other threads attempting to enter synchronizing block, they will blocked until the thread inside the synchronizing block exits the block. Let this resources are this is T1 which is working on it, and T2 and T3 and T4 will be wait until T1 have completed their task. This is called synchronizing block. No other threads will be enter until the T1 have completed. Okay, simple. General form of the synchronized block. What general form of synchronized block? The one thread can execute at one time. I told you already. Synchronized object is a reference to the object. I told you already. Those lock associated with the monitor. The code is set to be synchronized on the monitor object. Okay, this is the syntax of that. You can see that synchronize and synchronized object. जो object है वहाँ पर, and inside of it there are shared variable and shared resources. The information of the shared variable and shared resources will be there in the synchronized block. What is the type of synchronization? You can see the type of synchronization. There are two types. One is process synchronization and second is thread synchronization. There are two types of synchronization. In process synchronization is a technique used to coordinate the execute of the multiple processes. There are multiple processes P1, P2, P3. They all are executing the resource number 1. So what is the coordination between them? This is called process synchronization to ensure the safe shared the resources and the safe in the order. Okay, got it? There are P1, P2, P3 are the process and they want to access the resource R1. But who will become first and who will be the last? There should be synchronization between them. That's a multiple process executing. This technique will be used by the process synchronization. In thread synchronization in Java, thread synchronization is used to coordinate the ordering of the execute of the threads in multi-threads programming. In multi-threads programming, there are thread synchronization. There are two types. One is mutually exclusive. The second is corporation. Corporation means inter-thread communication in Java. What is a mutual exclusive? The mutual exclusive helps to keep the threads from the interfering the another when the sharing the resources. When thread number one is sharing the resources R1, so T2 will be wait. T2 will not interfere in this part, in this process. That's called mutual exclusive. The both are work separately. What is the inter-thread communication in Java? Inter-thread communication or cooperation is all about the allowing the synchronized threads to communicate each other. They are communicating to each other. So all threads are communicating each other. Inter-threads communication. Cooperation, inter-thread communication is a mechanism. एक तरह का mechanism है in which the threads is past the running its critical section and another threads is allowed to enter the same critical section to be executed. ये एक तरह का एक कॉर्पोरेशन है जिसके अंदर जो थ्रेड्स इज पास द रनिंग, जो थ्रेड्स हमारे पास क्रिटिकल सेक्शन में रन हो रहा है और दूसरे थ्रेड्स को अलाउ करता है उसके सेम क्रिटिकल सेक्शन में वर्क करने के लिए in the same section to be executed. Okay, but there should be some communication. This is called inter-thread communication. How they will work? By implementing the following order of the object class. There should be wait, second is notify, and third is notify all. This is topic number 1, this is topic number 2, this is topic number 3. These all are the methods of object classes. Simple. It's mean there it's to implement inter-threads communication is implementing by the method of the objective class. What is the method? Wait, notified, and notified all. These are the method. So we will see one by one this method. The first method we will discuss, wait. So wait method is to ensure current threads to be released and locked. Wait until either the another threads invoke the notify method. एक थ्रेड्स जब तक वेट करके जब तक दूसरा वाला उसको नोटिफाई नहीं कर देता. And notify the all method to the object and specified amount the type has been elapsed. First thing. In second thing, the current thread must own its object monitor, and so it must be called the synchronized method. Only otherwise it will throw the exceptions. Okay, it is simple. It's a wait mean. Wait का मतलब हमारे पास क्या है कि thread should release the lock and wait until another threads invoke to notify method first. Second method is notify all method for this object. This is called wait method. What is a notify method? In notify method, wake up the single threads is a waiting on this object monitor. First thing. Second thing, this is first thing. Second thing, if any threads are waiting on the object, one of them is chosen to be urgent. Second thing. Third thing, the choose of the arbitrary and occurs at the discretion of the implementation. Third thing. This is called syntax. The final void notify. This is a syntax of notified method. What is a notified all? In the notified all is also a method. Wake up the all threads are waiting on the object monitor. सारे जितने भी threads होते हैं उनको wait करा देता है. The syntax is a public final void notified all. This is a simple syntax. Here are some difference: notify and notify all. You can understand this all this task by this picture. Understanding the process of the inter-thread communication, how they are communicate. In this picture, you can see there are three parts. One is entry section, second is ownership, third is wait. That is the entry set. This is called as entry set. This is owner, the owner. Third is wait. In entry set, the topic number 1 means the starting point is enter. Second thing is acquire. In the acquire, after they will release in the wait section and the wait section to be notified. जब तक notified नहीं हो जाता, after they can notified, the waiting to be resurrender, and the release and execute. So they are going in this way, and this is called the process inter-thread communications. It means process thread communication divided into the 3 stages. First stage is entry set, second is owner set, third is wait set. In entry set, there is enter, owner set is acquiring and releasing, in wait set is waiting to be notified and get then notified. And after that they get notified, they are waiting to be resurrendered. And again, in the owner, the 6th point is started, that's called release and exit. Okay, I hope you understand this topic very normally. The process of inter-thread communication. If you are see the process of inter-thread communication, first topic is thread enter the acquire the lock. Second, lock is acquired by the one thread. Now threads going to the wait state if you call wait method on the object, otherwise the release the lock and exit. Simple. Fourth, if you call notify and notified all method, the threads move to the notified state, runnable state. अभी runnable state में आ जाता है इसके बाद. Now threads is available to the acquiring the lock. अब वो lock acquire करेगा. And after the sixth part, in the after completion of the task, the thread release the lock and exits the monitor state of the object. These are the process part. This is divided into the six part. This is reference I have taken. Thank you.